Yeah, so our compost trench. So there's lots of ways that we can do it. And again, there's not one right way to do it. There's lots of different ways that we can do it. And you need to find a way that's best for you all, that works for your schedule, to make sure that we can bring the food out there, that that your teachers are going to be able to help assist with this, and then it's all good across the board there. Does this look familiar? What does this stand for? The federal? No. What is it? Yeah.
Fungus, bacteria, and insects.
Awesome. Yeah. So fungus, bacteria, and insects. These are the workers in our factory of our compost bin. They're doing a lot of work in there. So we see fungus here. Has anyone ever seen this before in your house? Maybe. Yeah. So we've seen that around a little bit. So we have fungus. They're kind of like mushrooms that are fungus. And fungus grows on these fruits and things that are in our compost bin and just eats it away and decomposes it, just like the worms. They go through and they eat. And what happens after they're eaten? The bacteria here, what happens after you eat something? You poop it out. And that's your compost. So worms are really cool. Worms are something that we associate a lot with. You can even just do a vermiculture is a way that worms, just have a little bin and the worms kind of eat the food. Did anyone see the worm bins at camp? Did anyone hold a worm while they're out there? So these organisms are doing really, really important work. And so we need to provide the right atmosphere. We've already talked about one of the main ingredients that we put in our compost bin. What's the main thing we put in there? Food, yeah, we put that food in there. What else do we put in there? How do we put air in there? You can open it, you can stir it up, and why? Why do we put air in there? What's the air for? For oxygen. Who said that? Awesome. Yeah, so we need oxygen because we need to make sure that our fungus, our bacteria, and our insects are happy. And if we, think of an organism, these are the main things that an organism needs. What else does an organism need? Water, yeah, most definitely. So we put water in there. That water can come from just dumping the water in there. Remember, we take our rinse buckets after we rinse off and clean all of our stuff. We dump that excess water into those buckets to get them water. And then also food has a lot of water in it. Watermelons, what percentage of watermelons are water? A huge percent, yeah. I didn't even know the exact 95% over here. So water, so we need to make sure we're taking care of them. What do you think this represents? What's the other ingredient for compost? So time, it definitely takes time. And that's one of the hard things, because you want to go dump food in there, and you want to come back the next day and look in there and say, oh, it's still food. And you come back the next day and it's like, oh, it's broken a little bit. It takes time for this to happen. Now,